Joined here today by head women's basketball coach Dave Skolin. Damon women's basketball team has a big 3-game weekend this week. Traveling down the road to play Point Park and Carlow down in the Pittsburgh area before heading over to Ontario to play Niagara College. And Dave's got his team in a pretty good spot right now. 20-6 overall, been ranked number 1 in the last 8 USCA national polls. So I just want to start you off, Dave. You're 20-6 overall. Program's 11th 20-win season in a row. Can you just talk about the accomplishment?
Sure. If you look at the list of players that we've had over the past 11 years, it's pretty impressive. I mean, we've been fortunate. We've had so many great players, especially from the Buffalo, Rochester areas, and a little bit further than that as well. But I think that basically, I mean, Damon's, it's a great place to play basketball and go to school. We've been, if you look at again the list of the players, all Western New York, all Greater Rochester players that we have, and being the unique situation where we're a scholarship level program, where we're not Division I, we're not Division III, we're in between. So I think that gives us the uniqueness of that, gives us a great advantage in terms of recruiting, and then it's a great location, and it's a great place to go to school. It sounds like a commercial here for Damon, but I think that's that I'm very fortunate to be coaching here in this situation, and again, we've had great players and consequently a lot of wins.
Sure. One of your players that's really picked it up of late, really been standing out on the court, has been Monica Kozier. She's a senior center for you. She averaged almost 19 points and 10 rebounds a game in January. Can you just talk about her development and kind of the role that she's playing for your team right now?
Yeah, Monica had a great month this past month, and she's 6'5" and she's talented. I mean, she's really got. She's not just a person who's tall and try to stick around the basketball court. She's got a lot of skills. She's very skilled. She's got a real nice shooting touch. She's got good strength. Very good build for basketball. And it's something that, up to this point, she's been pretty up and down, where sometimes she looked really good and sometimes, she wasn't as good. But even when she wasn't playing at her best, she's still a presence out there at 6'5". But now, lately, over the last 10 games or more than that, she's really been reaching her potential, and her potential is fantastic. If she's playing at her best, she's just such a force for us.
Well, with her picking it up of late, early in the season it was, Chelsea and Dorka really out of the gates, was leading your team. Someone that's kind of flown under the radar just a little bit maybe is Ellie Allen, who's a senior guard for you. She's been really steady all year long, averaging 12 points, almost 7 rebounds a game. And she scored her 1,000th point last week. Can you just talk about how Ellie's been playing for you?
Yeah, sure. I mean, you look at our team. Again, we are a really balanced team. You never know who's on a given day who's going to be the person that's going to be playing the best for us. And it is something that Ellie, came into her own last year after 2 years as a role player. Last year, led us in scoring, rebounding, and assists, which obviously is a great accomplishment. But she really is. She's somebody that I feel very confident if the ball's in her hands. That she's going to make a good decision, either to get a good shot off or to get somebody else a good shot off of a double team or off help defense. And she is, steady is a good word to use for that. I feel very confident, that she knows what she's doing. She has the skill set to be able to make a good play. And again, being very consistent, she is somebody we like to have her with the ball in her hands in crucial situations, and she comes through most of the time.
You've got 2 other players that maybe don't get as much notoriety as Monica, Ellie, and Chelsea. That being Sam Stanfield and Rayanne Stillwell. Sam's a senior guard for you. At 5'5", she's one of the best rebounders I've ever seen. She's averaging over 7 rebounds a game. She leads your team in steals. And, Rayanne is getting you almost 10 points a game. She leads the team with 49 three-point baskets this year. Can you just talk about those 2 players?
Yeah, Sam's as valuable to our team as anybody that we have. She doesn't score as many points as most of the other players, but even though she can score, and she has scored on occasion, and she just doesn't take it upon herself as that a major role that she's always looking for a shot. When it's there, she takes it, and she can score very effectively. But she's so strong all around. Defensively, she's one of the best defensive guards I've ever coached. She's such a high energy player, going for rebounds. Yeah, it's amazing. She's one of the best offensive rebounding guards I've ever had, if not the best. and then she doesn't turn the ball over. She's a smart player, and she does everything. She does everything well. She's really intense. She's a great competitor, and if everybody can play with that intensity all the time, I mean, we'll be a really tough team to beat down the stretch. But yeah, she's such a valuable player for us because of her all-around skill set.
Now, as I mentioned before, you've got 3 games coming up this weekend. Tough road stretch, playing back-to-back-to-back. Traveling down to the Pittsburgh area where you'll play some familiar teams. Play Point Park and Carlow, who are former American Mid-East Conference foes. And, you should be real familiar with, Wildcat fans should be real familiar with Point Park, having gone head-to-head with them last year for the conference championship. They're 18-4 so far this year, and they're at the top of their conference in the NAIA. And can you just talk about the challenges that this trip in particular presents?
Yeah, sure. First, I'll finish talking about Rayanne. I just talked about Sam, so let me just say Rayanne real quickly. It's a great player for us, instant offense off the bench, and she's somebody who, again, he's really full of energy, really fast, and just can score in bunches. And when she's on, again, that makes us a different team. And coming in as a first-year playing, I'm just thrilled with the way she's playing, and she really can change the way the game is going when she comes in the game. But and hopefully she could do that this weekend in our games. Starting tomorrow, Friday. Yeah, Point Park. I mean, that'll be a great matchup for us. I mean, we. Last year was a great rivalry between the two teams. They're extremely good defensively. They have a lot of talent. April Austin and Chartner are both great players, and amongst their other players. But they'll be one of our toughest games of the year, and we're really looking forward to it. With being not in the conference, we still have plenty of games. I mean, I'd say 10 or so that we really kind of look forward to, and this is one of those where you got a former conference member and played in the conference championship obviously last year, so that's a big game for us. Carlo's a top 10 USCAA team, so that's a big game for us as well. So it's a big weekend. It's an exciting weekend. Not too many games left. 3 of our 4 games left in the regular season to be played this weekend, and looking forward to it.
Okay, thanks, Dave.
Thank you.